Now, we just celebrated the life of the Notorious B.I.G, who just passed away March 9th. Rest in peace to the
R.I.P.
great Big.
R.I.P. Word up.
Um, did you ever have the opportunity to meet him, work with him, anything like that?
Yeah, I didn't get the opportunity to work with him, but I did get the opportunity to meet him. I met him at Outkast release party for their second album.
Oh,
They had
nice.
did a party in New York, and man, insane party. Big was there, everybody was there, and my man from Cali, he worked for my label. He actually had brought some weed, some Cali weed back. And back then, this was, 92,
Ye-
something like
Yeah,
that.
that's a
And
very big deal. Very big
yeah,
deal if
like
you're
he
bringing
brought it
back
on the
some.
plane. I think he brought a ounce back. And he had the weed. And he was like, yo. And Biggie was like, yo, who got weed? And when we like, oh, my man, he got some Cali. And my man was being mad stingy, like a mad sucker. He didn't want to sell him no weed. And we had to force dude to sell him some weed. Like, come on, man. He ended up giving him some weed, and we smoked. And then Big was smoking, and he looked at the dude, my man Mike. He was like, I shouldn't even pass you my joint, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm a good, cool dude. He passed it to him, let him get one hit, took it right back. Like, all right, and then he just bounced. You know what I'm saying? And
Wow.
that's my story. It was cool, man, to meet him, sit there, smoke. We didn't really chop it up too much because my
Yeah.
man's vibe was so messed up that we didn't get to, smoke in peace and sit there and chill. You know what I'm saying? So,
Nah,
but it
got
was a
it.
cool time, man.
Now that's pretty awesome. What about like some of the cats like LL Cool J, Run
Yep,
DMC,
yep.
Big Daddy Kane, those cats? Did you ever have opportunity to like be a part of any of those tours and meet with those guys before?
Nah, I actually did a show with LL though. I got to meet him, opened up for him when he came up here. Very cool dude, man. Always still ladies love Cool J.
Yes, very ladies love, very
um,
ladies love.
yeah, LL, Run DMC. Actually, Run said "I Gotta Have It" was his favorite song in '91. It was in, I think, Rolling
Yo,
Stone or one of
click
these
click your
magazines back
click
then.
your joint
That was a
in and out.
big thing.
Hit your. All right, there we go. You went
Cool.
like
I
yeah,
went
shit
Ghost.
sound crazy for a minute. All right.
I'm good.
So, yeah, now you good. Now you Gucci. Before you were sounding like you were going in with the Exorcist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, my bad. My
Yeah,
bad. I don't know what's
little
going
yeah,
on.
a little crazy.
I got to do it
Um,
all internet today.
yeah. Shout
Shout
out,
out to
Doodle.
Do It All.
Shout out, Doodle. So one of the things that I want to let everybody know, and the people watching on Twitch and stuff like that, April 2nd, you and Ras Kass are actually doing a ticketed event in virtual reality,
Exactly.
and
Exactly.
this is like a first. I mean,
It is.
how do you feel about that? You being for me, I find it so fascinating that somebody like you, who has been, a signed artist, independent, grinding in Europe, grinding in the US, and then here you are in this new space, and here you are taking these chances and risks of saying, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna do a ticketed event. Whether 5 people pay for a ticket or 5,000 people pay for a ticket.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like
Oh
I
man,
find that fascinating.
it's a new medium, it's a new space, and why not see what we could do in this space? I think all things are possible, man. So, you know, for us, and y'all getting to see us perform as an avatar like this, I mean, up close and personal, it's gonna be my first time doing this, so I'm gonna enjoy it, man. We can move around throughout the crowd. I can fly.
No COVID either. That's very
Yeah,
nice.
everybody's at home chilling.
That's a beautiful thing. Now that's a great thing, and that I when I look at things like that, it really makes me feel good because it's like to see the OGs in this space, the guys that really lay things down, really out here being a part of and making shit happen, right? Like not just like sitting back complaining about things, like you guys are like, yo, you know what? We're gonna get in here and just start making things happen. And then
Exactly.
what happens is then people see that and then they start following, and it's good for the overall ecosystem,
Yeah,
right? For everybody to build and
exactly.
grow.
Of course, man. And I appreciate you bringing me into space. I mean, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be in the space right now. So shout out Focus, y'all.
Well, shout out Edo G for bringing me to Europe and giving me the opportunity to go to Europe, because if I don't go to Europe, none of this happens. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know,
it all
it's
works.
all like we
It all
one
works.
hand wash the other, man.
Yes, that's absolutely the case. And for those tuning in and listening, I definitely want people to know that this guy right here. I met him in Boston. What's the name of that spot?
The Middle East.
The Middle
The
East Club.
Middle
Yeah,
East. Yeah.
I was on a tour with Sadat X, and I met him. I'm like, oh man, at OG, mad cool, very cool. And then from there, we just began to. I think there was like a verse he did, and then there was another verse, and then I pitched him my idea about doing a project together. He was willing to do it, and then just I had been trying to get to Europe. That was one of my dreams to finally get to Europe because all my friends were touring Europe, and I couldn't, I never got the chance. And I just like he's telling me like, yeah, I'm getting ready to go to Europe. I'm like, damn, man, I would love to go to Europe, man. He's like, buy a ticket, like that simple, like get your ticket, and we out. And it was that simple. And I just remember like being prepared for it, and just seeing how he treated me the whole way. He treated me like an equal. Like he made sure my name was on the flyers, like, and I wasn't really used to that because I always was dealing with individuals who always try to put themselves up here, and but it was an amazing thing. And then from that, I mean, here we are in virtual reality now. You know what I'm saying? So, and
Exactly.
the moral of the story there is, one, never give up on your dreams, because for me it happened later in life. And number two is, you work hard and do good by people. People will do good by you. You know. So that's the. I'm about to shed a tear right now. Edo, I'm about to shed a tear.
Oh man, virtual tear, man. Shed a virtual
Yeah,
tear, man.
virtual virtual tear. So I mean, is there anything else that you're working on? Is there what can we expect from you in like the virtual space? I know there's the Park Jam that's coming up
Yep, the Park
March
Jam we got
20th.
coming up. We got that coming up. We got Grandmaster Cass's birthday party we
Yes,
doing.
very
And
big.
of course the show with me and Ras Kass. Y'all all out there. Y'all who all that came, please get your ticket. It's gonna be a first of many
Yes,
that we're gonna do.
yes,
And we're gonna bring y'all, real hip hop in VR all the
yes,
time, man.
yes.
That's what we're here to do, man.
Yes, and anybody, I encourage you all, support the cause, because we're trying to push this culture. We're trying to create the economy, and really, really, really show the value and the worth of these legendary hip hop artists by giving a once in a lifetime event. So you could go to hiphopinvr.com. I will email everybody, but go to hiphopinvr.com. The tickets are $10. You go in there, grab your ticket, come be a part of the event. Let's mix and mingle. And yeah, we look forward to you guys being there with us. We look forward to you guys growing with us, giving us some ideas and feedback, and being a part of it, because that's what we're trying to just be inclusive with everybody. Be inclusive.
Exactly, man. Ideas. And if y'all got any questions out there before we,
Yes, yes. If there's
because
any
we
questions,
definitely want, participation. Y'all didn't just come here. I hope to just look through the glass. So, you
exactly.
know,
Let's get
all
some
right,
questions, man.
let's go with my brother right here.
What's up, my
Yo,
brother?
what's up? You hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
So, every generation had its music, the 70s, 80s, the 90s. Hip hop's been around 70s, 80s, 90s, into the 2000s. Not only that, it's no longer West Coast, East Coast. It's North America, South America, China. You get hip hop
Yep.
artists all over the world. What do you contribute that to the music in that state, in that broader spectrum?
I mean, hip hop was like, for me, it was like wildfire. And I know it's the same way um, all around the world. Once it came into wherever it dropped at, that's when it just took off, and some places later than others, but it has made its way all around the world, and it's ingrained. I mean, there's babies that are born today that who know there was a day when there wasn't no hip hop. They would never know that.
That's right. So, all right, hold on. I gotta mute. Hold on. I gotta mute my mic. Can you hear me better
Yeah, because
now?
I was hearing the echo too when I was talking.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry, guys. This technology is a little crazy. Anybody else have some other questions?
Any questions, y'all?
Yeah,
Here we go.
I've got a question. Thanks.
Peace, brother.
What's your thoughts on hip hop today? Because when I listen to the hip hop that's been released today, it's nothing compared to the likes of what you've done in the past and what you're still doing today. Also, I highly rate Master Ace Exhibit for what they're doing today. But when you look at the current artists that are in the charts, it just doesn't compare. What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts basically it's generational. I mean, we all, the 80s, there was a time where there was the KRSs, the Canes, and that era that I grew up on, and then the 90s was my era, and I'm assuming yours as well. And 2000s was a different era. So I look at every 10 years, it kind of changes. So I mean, it's the kids' time now for radio, for pop music, for all of that. It's not what I listen to, but it's what my son listens to. And my mother initially didn't like my hip hop when I was younger. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of reliving that same thing. But I wouldn't. She eventually did like our music because it's good, but I will never like this new generation stuff. It's not. I don't have an ear for that.
Yeah, I was going to ask, what is your favorite artist today? But obviously, you haven't got one.
None of them. And no disrespect, but just it's not my style of music.
No, me neither. But thanks for answering that. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so I'm gonna go in the lobby, Focus. Good job, man. Peace.